advise you, read Why Democracy, the God That Failed Us, Hans Hermann Hoppe, and I hope you understand.
What's up, fight fans? Welcome to the Cool Koi Show, brought to you by the Undisputed Real of MMA. I'm yours truly, Cool Koi. Fight fans, I'm coming over here to talk about the fight, UFC Fight Night. Renato Moicano defeating BSD. I don't know how to pronounce his name that well, so I'm going to say BSD just for short. But fight fans, Renato Moicano dominated BSD. As I predicted him winning the fight. I had him winning by submission, and I did have him winning by ground and pound. But like in the third, fourth round, if you go back to my fight prediction video. But yes, Renato Moicano looked better than ever. Coming into the fight with a shoulder injury. By the way, I don't know if you guys knew about that. And he came in and destroyed BSD in his hometown in France. Made it look good, funny, post-fight interview, and just like the guy's a character. The guy is coming on the scene. He got his podcast. Guys, support this man. He got merchandise. He got his book that's out as well. So make sure you support this guy. And he's fun to watch. We need more fun people in the UFC right now, especially with Merab and Belal Muhammad being the UFC champion. I can't believe I'm saying it out my mouth. But fight fans, the fight started. First round. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on. Renato Moicano, he's ready. BSD ready. BSD, the French guy throw a kick. Renato Moicano catch that kick. Take him straight to the ground. Ground and pound. Ground and pound. Now fight fans, I'm going to tell you how the difference between Moicano ground game and his ground control and Merab and Belal Muhammad ground control. And while I'm not a fan of Belal Muhammad, remember the name Muhammad, and I'm not a fan of Merab Dlashri. This is the reason why, fight fans. Give me a minute. I'm not a fan of those two champions I just named because when they take their opponents to the ground, like when Merab took Sean O'Malley to the ground, he got control, but he don't work enough on the ground. But throw knees and just hold on for dear life and just throw knees against the cage. That's all he do. He don't ground and pound. He don't throw elbows. He don't throw punches. He don't put in that work on the ground like Khabib Nurmagomedov did. They don't put work on the ground, take them down, ground and pound. That's why it's called ground and pound, like John Jones do. When he throw those elbows and split you right open like a can opener. Like Renato Moicano did to BSD. He ground and pound him, split him open, blood everywhere. When he split him open, I knew it was going to be a hard time for BSD to fight with that big gash on his forehead leaking down, because the only thing that's going to do is make that blood just flow in the eyes. It's going to distract him during the fight, and we have 4 more rounds after that first round. I already knew it, and I knew that Renato Moicano, he had it in the bag. He had it in the bag. It gave him more momentum in the fight to pop those jabs, keep his distance, pop those jabs with those long arms, that long reach he got, and just piece him up from a distance, and he's going to give BSD a hard time. And he did just that, swelling up the eye of BSD in the second round. It was a doctor stoppage, and it was a really, really good call. Because BSD couldn't see a thing, and it was asking him, how many fingers I'm holding up? How many fingers I'm holding up? He said 2 fingers, and the referee had 3 fingers. The fight was over. But Renato Moicano, I'm becoming a fan. I told you guys that in my prediction video when he fought Drew Dober, he beat Drew Dober. You know, I know that fight, he didn't look as good in this fight because he was coming off some surgery, some injuries when he fought Drew Dober. But in this fight, he showed that he's the real deal, and I ain't talking about Holyfield, fight fans. And he called out Paddy Pimblett. He called out Dan Hooker. He called him out. He said those are easy fights. I love easy money. Fight fans, don't we all love some easy money? He said easy money. I want Paddy Pimblett. I want an easy money fight against Dan Hooker. This man coming from everybody, and those not easy fights. But it's
Paddy Pimblett, easy money. Dan Hooker, easy money. Don't come up with fights. Don't come up with guys that are tough. I want easy fights. I just beat
McConnell talking. He want every challenge. He don't care who you are, who you is, what you've been through. He wants you in the octagon. He's trying to make a name for himself, and he's trying to build a legacy for himself, not just his podcast that he has in his book. Make sure you get the book. Let's support these MMA fighters like McConnell who keep it real on the mic. He was just talking a lot of trash, man. He said, France is a beautiful place. You guys are beautiful people, but you're a fudge. You guys are effed up. He trying to tell them something. This guy's hilarious, man. He get the job done. I don't know how BSD will come back from that beatdown that he got on Saturday night. But what I can tell you is that it's a lot of good matchups for Renato Moicano. I would love to see him in Paddy Baddy. Those are big, names in the lightweight division. And I would like to see probably BSD against maybe somebody like Gillespie. That'll be a good matchup. Somebody against like Benil Dariush should be a good matchup for BSD as well. But I'm curious to see how he come back from that beatdown like that. A lot of fighters don't come back, but he's still a young guy, 28 years of age. Coming to this fight, I would have thought that BSD, could scramble up to his feet and it would kind of be even on the ground because he's known for his ground game, submission threats. But man, Renato Moicano just shut that down. Shut it down, man. Shout out to Brazil, man. Shout out to Brazil. But fight fans, I just want to give a big shout out to Moicano. He came a long way for featherweight. I remember he got TKO'd like in a minute and something against Jose Aldo in the first round. And I was like, oh my God, he looked so scrawny out there. He just looked like he didn't belong in the octagon with Jose Aldo. But now look at him now, lightweight. I'm like, wow, that was a big transformation when it comes to his size, his physique, and his skills, and his mindset, fight fan. This man got a different mindset. He come in these fights really, really switched on. And I love it. I love it. And that what makes me want to watch you more. As for Pereira, we was watching the countdown, me and my man Rich Ali, we seen Alex Pereira smile. He went in with his family. He's in the car shop, the tire shop. And he was smiling, on the countdown. Like, we never even seen the guy smile because he's always tuned in. He always got that game face ready to go. And that's what make me want to see fighters like that fight because they always put on the show. They always get the victory. And they just be hella entertaining, fight fans. So, fight fans, Renato Moicano want to fight. Comment back down below who you think should be his next matchup. I think Paddy Baddy. It'll be a fun fight. But if you want somebody to rank, maybe Justin Gaethje would be good. I'd love to see that fight. Or even, like I said, Dan Hooker, on the ground. I think that Dan Hooker have a lot of, problems, on the ground with, Moicano on top. Because Moicano do damage when he's on top. And he actually ground and pound. So there might be some problems. But it'll still be a fun fight to watch. I always love lightweight. Lightweight is my favorite division in the UFC because of that reason. But we got a lot of good fights coming up. Fight fans, you didn't know, now you know. Aljamain Sterling got pulled out of UFC 308. That fight's in Abu Dhabi. The headliner was Max Holloway versus The Superior. He's not in that fight anymore. They're going to try to book it for December at UFC 310. So that's just the MMA news for you didn't know. Also, Alexander Volkov, he pulled out against Cyril Gunn on the same card. Hopefully the rest of the card for UFC 308 stays the same. But fight fans, Cool Quay is up out of here. Make sure you tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. Like and subscribe, please. Also, communicate with me and talk to me under the comments about the fight. What you think should be next? What should I post? Talk to me. I won't bite. Try to tell you guys that. But fight fans, tell a friend and tell a friend. Cool Quay's up out of here. UFC 307 predictions and breakdown coming soon. I have some special guests on that, so stay tuned for that. You wonder. I know.